So I was rewatching Star Wars Droids, as any normal person does, and I got to thinking, I wonder if any of these planets are in the mod. Sadly, it seemed that largely the answer was no, with one big exception. Boonta! A Hutt planet that appears in more than 30 different GCs across all 3 mods. In the episode A Race to the Finish, R2-D2 and C-3PO help Thal Jobin, Kia Mul, and Jord Dusat win the Boonta Eve speeder race, overcoming the Fromm gang, Boba Fett, and Fett's sidekick, the evil Protocol Legionnaire BL-17. One thing to note about the show Droids is that it was a lot more influential than I think people realize. There's a lot of material from both the EU and the prequels first showing up in Droids, and the name Boonta is no exception. As you probably noticed, Boonta is also the name of the Boonta Eve's pod race in The Phantom Menace. Though in deeper lore, the planet, originally named Kovari, and the pod racing holiday are both named after the Hutt, Boonta Hestelik Shadru, a legend in Hutt history who was a hero in their war against Zim's empire. It always goes back to the Tion. That said, Boonta was exactly what I was looking for, and I set about making an edit of the Comra map, another desert world controlled by the Hutts on the other side of the galaxy I did a video on, which you should totally go check out. I started watching and rewatching the episode, pausing frequently anytime there was a panning shot and looking for visual references. My notes included streets with lampposts wide enough for traffic, curved elevated sections with living spaces atop them, grassy lawns despite the world being mostly desert, housing areas that mix suburban and industrial aesthetics, and junkyards full of unused parts. For the race itself, however, I decided to deviate from the show's design, in no small part because it would be incredibly difficult to recreate it without dedicated models. Instead, I used one of the new foundation props Rhino made, and put together an underground track in roughly the style of KOTOR's swoop races. This allowed me a lot more freedom in terms of designing the city around it. I also opted to include a lot more Hutt architecture. While there were many aliens and droids, Hutts were notably absent from the show. Jabba is mentioned, but not shown. But I thought it made sense for Hutt designs and statues to be present on such a prominent Hutt world. Anyway, as previously mentioned, Boonta appears frequently in the mod, and odds are good you've already seen it in Revan's Revenge. So next time you fight on Boonta, just remember that this was the first time we ever saw Admiral Screed. Please look forward to it.